Let's see if our opponent plays. I wouldn't mind like 2 or 3 more creatures, honestly. Beautiful. My Pinnacle Starcage is gonna have a field day with this one. Okay, so first, Pinnacle Starcage immediately. I don't mind losing that life. Our opponent loses his entire board. We still have a Sacred Foundry that we can play tap. And we got another win in less than 2 minutes. This is insanity. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be another deck tag. Okay guys, just a little FYI. I recorded this video before stopping like 3 weeks ago, so the video might be a little outdated. I don't think so. I still think it stands pretty well. So information added and given. Let's carry on. In standard, and we have another artifact deck, but let me tell you something, this one is fantastic. I love artifact decks, you all know that. I hate 3-color decks, you all know that, but the red is only a little splashed here, you know, it's only a little splash of red, so it works pretty well. Plus we have several lands that can give us red, like Sacred Foundry. We have two starting towns and 1 Cavern Memorial World. Now, with that being said, this deck contains already several cards from Edge of Eternities, Hardlight Containment, Cryogen Relic, Pinnacle Starcage, what a card, Warmaker Gunship, and some lands like Adagia, Uthros, and Cavern. So those were the cards I chose for this deck. Adagia copies artifacts or enchantments you control. You have a couple artifacts and enchantments, as you can see, 2 enchantments and a bunch of artifacts. Cryogen Relic draws cards when it enters and when it leaves, plus you can pay 2 sacrifice and put a stun counter on up to 1 target tap creature, which gives you a turn. But usually you're gonna sacrifice the Cryogen Relic with Repurposing Bay, get a card, and go get like a Synthesizer, a Perilous Snare, a Pinnacle Starcage, Warmaker Gunship, you know, something a little bit better. Pinnacle Starcage is fantastic against a bunch of strategies in this current meta. Token strategies, mono red, aggressive strategies, except it doesn't deal with VV, but you have a lot of stuff to deal with VV. But it does deal with the tokens, the prowesses, and stuff like that are created in that deck. Artifact decks as well, you know, because you play a Pinnacle Starcage and you remove all tokens and all artifacts with mana value 2 or less, so it works for you and against you as well in a way. Mono black demons as well, because you're gonna see that 6/6 demon come out. It's a token, so it leaves the battlefield, plus all the small artifacts like green bauble and stuff like that, they also leave. And obviously mono green landfall with all of the tokens, the chocobos, the priestly bills, the tifas. It does not deal with the Mossborn Hydra, for example, or the traveling chocobo, but that's why you have cards like Warmaker Gunship. When you have a bunch of, let's say you have 5 or 6 artifacts on the battlefield, Warmaker Gunship will deal 6 damage to target creature and opponent control. So it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts, and as you can see, we have a bunch of them. Most of the cards are artifacts. Warmaker Gunship itself is an artifact. Apart from that, we also have the Fire Crystal from Final Fantasy and Starting Town from Final Fantasy, so you can get a better chance of getting that red mana that you might need to play Warmaker Gunship and the Fire. The rest is a basic artifact Azorius build. You know, you have United Battlefront to go fish for stuff and have a crazy turn. You have Repurposing Base, so you can pay 2 and take out spring-loaded saw blades, clay-fired bricks, even the Enigma Jewel, Cryogen Relic. Sorry, I make a lot of mistakes with with this card's name. And go get your better artifacts. You're gonna see how all of this works. We have a bunch of videos. We have 8 wins for you guys. This deck has well over 65% win rate so far, and I've played more than 50 games, I'm pretty sure. I will put it down in the description or something, the win rate, maybe in the title or the thumbnail, probably in the thumbnail or something, the win rate, so you guys can check out for yourselves the untapped data. But you know, it's fantastic. Great deck. I really hope you try it out. I really hope you enjoyed the video as well. Thank you for all the support. I apologize for not really been posting that much. My ad is not in the best ad space. I know it's not an excuse, and I'm not gonna say you don't care about that. I'm just gonna say that I should still do what I need to do, you know, and I like making videos, and I'm doing my best to keep doing the videos that you guys like to see. So very long intro again, apologize for that. I will put the timestamps. You can go immediately to the games, no worries. But yeah, that's how the deck works, and I really hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the video itself. Let's get in some games. Okay guys, let's see. You know how much I love my artifact, so I'm super happy to try another one. Edge of Eternities made this deck, I believe, better. I think I'm gonna keep this. It's gonna be very difficult, but I think I'll keep the really huge risk. Nothing to play on the first couple of turns, but you know, I'll start with the throws because it enters tap. This one I at least have a little bit of damn it. Damn it. Well, we still have United Battlefront. We never know what we might get with that. Okay. So there's nothing to do, so I'll enter tap. Unless he must have more Deep Cavern Bat or something. Okay, a Preacher. Maybe he has something to deal with the synthesizer, because it's not very normal, you know, to leave oh Jesus, yeah, I want all of them. Okay, this is mono black, but it's not mono black discard, it's not mono black whatever. I think I'm just going to try and Simulacrum Synthesizer again. I'm sure my opponent has something to deal with my creature. That has to be the reason why he is... yeah, I'll take this. He doesn't really mind having the Simulacrums on the battlefield. I'm going to assume that's it. Okay, that's perfectly fine by me. Our opponent's still only dealing 3. Plus with the United Battlefronts we can get a lot of stuff, so let's see. Oof, okay, that's that's aggressive, but I will still do this. Jesus Christ, that was aggressive. I'll take out that one. So Enigma Jewel would be very good, but I think I want to deal with my opponent's board. So I'll take out the Painful Quandary, and now we'll kill the Deep Cavern Bat. Yeah, I think that's the best way of doing this. I'll station just one. I'll station the 2. I doubt my opponent can kill me next turn. We have another United Battlefront, we have a Perilous Snare, and now we have all the mana we need, so I don't think that there's like a black version of Ultima, but if there is, we're screwed. We can repurposing Bay as well, go get another synthesizer and try and finish the game next turn, because this will give us right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I can tap this for 6, pay 1, 13 creatures of their choice. Yeah. That does a lot, buddy. Okay, so in that case, let me go get that. Just give 1, that's kind of weird. Oh, it didn't use the ability, I don't think. Well, I'm gonna go get another synthesizer simulacrum. Why not? I know our opponent has a bunch of board wipes, but yeah, I'll actually keep both because they might be important. Well, if our opponent doesn't have another one of those, another board wipe or something, then I'm pretty certain the game is over. Okay, deadly cover up. What is he taking? The battlefront. That's what makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense, which kind of sucks, but that's fine. We're gonna draw a card because he took one out of our hands. If he plays something, we have more than enough. Okay, that's fine. We still have either the Perilous Snare or the Warmaker Gunship, so we're solid on that one. We're creating a bunch of tokens every turn, so you know. And now we got the Fomori Vault, so let's first and foremost do this Warmaker Gunship, and we got the win. Everything our opponent would put on the battlefield would be very difficult to survive, let's put it that way. With Repurposing Bay, we could go get anything. We had the Fomori Vault our opponent didn't know about. Pretty much not infinite mana, but all the mana we needed. Fire Crystal, it's just a matter of time before coming down, so we were in a pretty good position. Plus we would have Perilous Snare again in our hands, so pretty good. Let's get into another one. So pretty good win. With this deck, I'm going to assume, well, with this what's it called, thing here, I don't remember the name. Sorry, it's a little bit early in the day. I think we're gonna be in some sort of mirror match. I kinda like this, not gonna lie, because I can play Flood Farm Verge, Authority of the Councils, and see what's up. Then I can either play Fire Brick or nothing. It's one or the other. Like I can put this one down for without paying life, that's what I mean. Okay. Definitely not. So I think it's better to go with the Clay Fire Bricks because I want to have an artifact on the battlefield so that I can Artlight Containment next turn. Yeah, another Lanoir Elves, another life, and an Intrepid Paleontologist, another life. This is dinosaurs. Well, I don't know if I should go with this right now, but I will. Screw it. I wanna. Okay, that's beautiful. Not gonna complain. I'm gonna take the island down. Actually, I probably shouldn't. I need more blue, and I don't really have any. So, okay, Terror of the Peaks. We can go get. We can take him out. Yeah, I'm gonna play 2 life. This doesn't have any. Okay, first I'm gonna do this. I'll play that. Take out the Terror of the Peaks. And now I will Simulacrum Synthesizer. Okay. I think that's the better choice. Oh my god, that sucks so much. Yeah, I know it's blue sources and we kinda need some, but I would rather have something more on the lines of removal, like hard removal. That's not terrible actually. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep doing that, you know. Let's swarm the board as much as we can. Pinnacle Starcage. That's exactly what we need. And I'll keep the starting town as well. So So what does this do whenever... okay, where X is bar. First I'm going to attack. Let's see if he blocked. He did not. I'm going to start and doing this. I'm risking a lot, but I'm on 25 lives, so maybe we will be okay. If we lose, we lose. Okay, another way will break. Brawler, I mean. We cannot forget that next turn. Exactly. So I'm going to attack with everything, and then I'll probably Pinnacle Starcage, taking everything out and creating 3 more. So he needs to block. Oh, he did not. Just decided to die. Okay, I'll take it. I don't... okay, sure. He had a 10-10 that was ready to untap and be a good blocker. Could have taken 7, you know, blocked with those 2, kept the 5-5 and a 10-10 plus the 1-1, you know, like there were other options instead of just dying. But I think the fact that Adagio was already full stationed, I think that's how you call it, I don't know, meant that I would be able to, you know, start creating copies of artifacts and creatures and stuff like that. So maybe that was the fear my opponent had. I'm not gonna be mad about that. I'll take it. Let's get into another one. So this was actually a deck I built pretty much day 1 after that pack opening. When I saw the... I don't remember the light something. That white creature that just costs 1, a 2-1 with vigilance that makes your opponent's things a little bit more expensive. I thought, ooh, this is going to be great to kind of, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit to set up a deck like this, because until turn 3, you really don't do anything except maybe draw some cards. Or I'm definitely keeping this. Or, you know, with the spring-loaded saw blade, maybe kill some of your opponent's creatures. But, oh, this is gonna be so good, man. It's not even funny. So I'm gonna go with starting town first and foremost. I should have Meticulous Archive, but we have more than enough mana, so we're good. Yes, this is definitely the card to have. I will draw, because after Pinnacle Starcage we will be able to draw again. So I think if we don't take a lot of damage, I think I'm going to Simulacrum Synthesizer before the Pinnacle Starcage. I'm assuming we're going to take at least 5. But I don't know. So we took 4. We can Arlight Containment as well, but no, I think the Synthesizer is the play here. Maybe our opponent has something, maybe not. We'll see. Let me see. I think Pinnacle Starcage is more important than the spring-loaded saw blades right now. Next turn, I might Pinnacle Starcage and Hardlight Containment for sure, because I will take out the Exemplar of Light, protect my Simulacrum Synthesizer, and then wipe the rest of the board. We're only on 7 life, which is very dangerous, but it is what it is. So first, that I will take out the Exemplar of Light, and now let us get the 6. But so first Pinnacle Starcage, and then I'll create the token. That's fantastic, and we got another Simulacrum. That's beautiful. Vanishing Light on what? The Simulacrum, on Starcage, because we have another one, so I'm not like super worried. Plus, I'm just drawing another card, which is great for us. Another untapped land wouldn't be that terrible. And we got another Arlight Containment, so cannot complain. Now I need to think. I will attack first. I doubt our opponent blocks with anything. Well, he can block with the Essence Channeler, but that's a risk for him. He doesn't know what I have. I might have some protection spell or something. He might have raised the past, so he's like, I don't care if he dies. Okay, he did not. That's fantastic. So let us first and foremost. There's nothing I can take. This is just creatures, right? Yeah, target creatures. So I will Pinnacle Starcage again. Auto pay. This one first, because I want everything off the board before doing that. We got a good one. Let us. I'll take a Perilous Snare. I feel like I'm gonna need it. And yeah, I'll just pass turn. I'm not gonna lose more life without any reason for that. So, Healer's out. Okay. What else? Johnny's Bridemaid. That's perfectly fine by me. And another one. Jesus, that's crazy. So we can start creating a bunch of creatures, but he has healers. Well, actually it does not. So yeah, Simulacrum Synthesizer. And we got the win. That is insane, man. People see double synthesizers and they just bounce. They quit. They're like, this is way too much for me. I'm good. And we got the rank up as well. So my thought process was most likely I would just Hardlight Containment, put it on the other synthesizer and go get Dealer Zoc, you know, because it's what gives him life. He only had one card in hand. We were only on 6 lives, so a turn could change everything, but we were riddled with cards. We were going to be creating 2 tokens every turn now, so pretty decent. Let's get into another one. So the games have been pretty quick and pretty good for us. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going with another win. I don't like this hand. I mean, I love this hand, but if this was a blue, I would be very happy. It's not. I don't think I can keep this. Well, I'll keep this one. I'll take one island out, and we're going second. So this is gonna be we're going first. Fire crystal. I don't want to lose the fire crystal, man. I'm gonna have to.
I will miss you forever.
So okay, just got much better. I'm gonna chill. I think I'm gonna go with this one because this is clearly something related to life gain. I don't know a lot of Azoria's life gain decks, but I feel like this is going to be important, the authority of the council, so we could do this and the cryogenic relic. Just start setting up for a bigger turn, you know, drawing more cards, repurposing, but that's awesome. That is actually pretty good. Oh, it's a mill deck, okay. So now next turn I'm gonna have to spring loaded saw blade 1,000,000%. Because do I though? You know what? No, I'm gonna do this. I think we can survive one more turn. Ooh, I like both. Yeah. I think this is good. I think we can survive one more turn with Opus S-Time, S-Team, I don't know. Essence Channel. Okay, so he gained 1 life so far. 2, yes. Oh. So now we need something good for the milling. Oh, I forgot about the milling. Jesus Christ. Okay, we got a Perilous Snare, which is not terrible, actually. So we can Perilous Snare the Hope. We can spring-loaded saw blades. I think I'm gonna have to perilous snare. Any number of target players each. Also their graveyard. Only have 8, so that's not like super scary. I think I'm gonna go with that. The perilous snare on the... I will have 1, 2, 3. Only 3. On the hope. It has to be only 4. 4? Oh yeah, because this counts
I will miss you.
as a thing as well. So I'm gonna do this as a artifact. I'm gonna do this. I'm not like super used to playing against this deck, so it's kind of weird, but you know, we could use Starcade, Pinnacle Starcade. That's it. Okay. Just milling 1. That's fine for now. You know what? I think I'm gonna take 7. It's not like a crazy amount yet. And we just got another perilous snare. Our opponent definitely has something. That's what scares me. So I think I'm gonna attack first. See what our opponent does. Absolutely nothing, and that's normal and expected. And I have to find perilous snare now. Unfortunately for us, that's what I have to try and do. I can guarantee there's a counter, but maybe there's not. Okay, I'll take that out. Our opponent definitely plays with Ultima, I feel. Which is not great for us, but we can take 3. Or we can just get the win. Easy wins. Easy wins. I have no idea how we won this. This deck can mill everything I have, and I only have 38 cards, so it's not that difficult. This deck can mill everything I have in just a turn, especially with cards like Riverchurn Monument. Like, just pay the 4 when you get that exhaust. Well, you actually already have the exhaust ability, so you don't need to do anything else. You just pay the 4, you would mill 10 more cards, and milling 28 cards is not difficult for this deck. Plus, he had a lot of life. He has no idea what I have or don't have, but we only had 4 mana as well. We milled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, and I completely forgot about the milling part. We lost the United Battlefront because of that, but it ended up pretty well, so let's get into another one. Okay, so again, let's keep momentum. Let's keep going with the games, you know. This isn't great, but we'll have something to hold on our opponents in the first couple of turns. Clay fired bricks to go get another planes, get a little bit of life, easily get to the United Battlefront thing. So I think I'm gonna keep that. We just need to hope. Cecil, nothing that really worries me now. So next turn, if we don't get anything better, play fire brick, because we're gonna get the 2 back. The demon, mono black demon deck. I am fine with that. Pinnacle Starcade is fantastic. I think I'm gonna get another planes, you know. Maybe hint a little bit to the fact that this might be just a mono white deck. Who knows? Who knows? You don't know. We only have white stuff, so I don't really need to play the Verge yet. Only if we get a synthesizer, that would make sense. Or a cryogenic, whatever the hell. So this costs 3, so it's time to spring-loaded saw blades next turn. I will Authority of the Council. And I'll keep the spring-loaded saw blades open to kill the slasher. if we can. Obviously, I don't know exactly what our opponents might have, but that's not a demon, that's not a demon, and he spent his whole mana playing that, so we are solid. And we can kill, we're gonna gain 1 life back, and we can kill the the flasher the turn after. So I think it's time to United Battlefront. We are still very safe. So let me see. We're gonna take the Unholy Annex, obviously. Create a token. I don't have mana for that. Do I want that? I don't want the Enigma Jewel either. It's just a 1-drop. A Deep Cavern Bat kinda sucks, but with the Pinnacle Star Cage we can remove everything basically. And still take out the Unstoppable Slasher. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if he can kill our 5/5. He can. Shoot the Sheriff. Nothing too unexpected. Okay, that was not a bad one. So let me see. I can do this. Take out the Unstoppable Slasher, right? And I still have 3. So I guess 4 more new bolts. Spring-loaded saw blades on the Slasher, because I don't want that thing coming back. And now I will I'll take out the Cecil, you know, I don't mind having that Deep Cavern Bat there. Just deals 1. Doesn't really matter for me. Okay, that does matter for me though. Okay, so what do we want? Definitely not that, so let us start doing this. I'll take out the Verge. Okay. So this goes into my hand, so there's nothing I can play this turn, because we're gonna have only 2 mana either way. I think I'm gonna risk with United Battlefront, to be honest, and I'll just pass turn. We're gonna take a big hit next turn. We might die if he has the Atlas out, but maybe he does now run that. Okay, Authority of the Councils, that's fine. I will Battlefront first and foremost. Yeah, we'll get the Perilous Snare and the Pinnacle Star Cage on the battlefield. We'll get that first, that second, and those third. So the Perilous Snare will take out that. The Pinnacle Star Cage will take out the Slasher. The rest, I mean. I will go get more more life back, hopefully, and I will keep the Sacred Foundry in my hand so I can more Revolt next turn if needed. So we're on just 7 life, but every creature that comes into the battlefield gives us 2 more, so pretty solid. Deadly Cover Up, okay. Did not, okay, that's kind of weird if you ask me, but okay, so auto pay, I'll take that one out. Let me see what we will get. It's to the end again, so let's go get another United Battlefront then. Yeah, I'll go with that. And it enters. With United Battlefront, we don't really need to activate the Omori Bolt, you know. But we will need to Pinnacle Star Cage. I will take that. That goes first so that we can get the token. And I'll just pass turn. Darkness Crystal, that's fine. There's not a lot our opponent can do right now. Except, well, lose life. He might die next turn. Repurposing by, well, let's do this first and foremost. Okay, so Perilous Snare and repurposing by. We will create a bunch of tokens. Let me see. I'll take that one. That does nothing now. So 10, and we don't even need to do anything else, and we got the win. So pretty solid against the... I don't know if it's still one of the best decks on the format, but it's Mono Black Demons was always dangerous. We dealt pretty well with all of the slashers, and we saw at least 2. Our Pinnacle Star Cages were very good. We just lost 3 things we didn't really need, but Deep Cavern Bat and Sunset Saboteur were done for our opponent, so pretty decent. I think the MVP was United Battlefront. We hit something always, whether it was the synthesizer, I don't remember if it was with that, but definitely removal, and now repurposing base, so can't really be mad. Let's see what happens next. Well, the games have been super quick, so might as well try 1 or 2 more, you know. I don't dislike this hand, so I'm gonna keep. I have no idea what we're playing against, but let's scare our opponents a little bit with a blue land. Life gain again. Knew it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We can Pinnacle Star Cage. We will most definitely Simulacrum. First and foremost, we want our opponent to just go all out insane with the creatures and stuff. I'm actually going to Starting Town so I can play it untapped. Ooh. I guess I can keep both because this will deal damage after. Yeah, I guess I can keep both of those on top. Let's see if our opponent plays. I wouldn't mind like 2 or 3 more creatures, honestly. Beautiful. My Pinnacle Star Cage is gonna have a field day with this one. Okay, so first Pinnacle Star Cage immediately. I don't mind losing that life. Our opponent loses his entire board. We still have a Sacred Foundry that we can play tap, and we got another win in less than 2 minutes. This is insanity. Insanity, man. Pinnacle Star Cage gets to the battlefield and our opponents just quit, you know? Crazy. I don't even know what to say. Let's see what happens next. So we just had our first loss. It was against a mill deck, you know. Mill decks doing what mill decks do. But, you know, can't be mad. Yeah, I'll definitely keep this hand. 2 lands, we can Cryogenic Relic, and hopefully by turn 3 we will have the 3rd land, because the rest is exactly what we need to make this deck work. Okay, so we're playing against Life Gain again, and we just got the card we wanted. This is the only thing. If you're playing against Life Gain, this is the only thing you need, and mana, which apparently the game doesn't want to give me, but we will remain calm. We still have 20 life. Our opponent only has 1 creature and 2 mana, so we still have more than enough time. I have no idea what our opponent was looking at the relic for, but if he wants to remove it, I'll take it. I'll take another card for sure. I wonder if our opponent knows that well, he knows this is Azorius artifact for sure. I'm getting annoyed now. Let's get the land. Nope, still no land. Okay, so it's one of those games where we're gonna have to suffer. Okay. I was waiting to see where the game, after like 7 wins in a row. I was waiting to see when the game would start doing this. That's crazy. Thank you for the card. And okay, so still no land. You can clearly see what the game is doing. Okay, still no land. So again, like I said, you can clearly see what the game is doing right now. I think I'll spring-loaded saw blades. I think that is the play here. Getting another artifact and removing our opponent's way of gaining life, and now we'll take that one out. Because I know that in like a turn or two, I'm going to, what's it called? Draw like 3 lands in a row, so. I have no problems with that. So a land finally. We could repurposing Bay, but I think I want to go with the Simulacrum Synthesizer. I don't mind risking losing the Synthesizer. I will put the Perilous Snare down. I just want the more land because we can take everything out with the Starcage. So if he plays another, let's say, Sheltered by Ghosts on the Ajani, he's gonna deal at least 4 damage, so it's a lot, but he will lose it next turn, which is fine. So I really hope he overcommits this turn, trying to deal as much damage as possible. That sucks, but again, we will still use the same principle and logic that we were using. Yeah, I need to pay 2 life unfortunately, but let us do that. We will draw another card. We will get another, that does nothing, but we will get another artifact to the count. And if he destroys that one, I'm going, actually no, I'm going to repurposing Bay, and I'm going to take out the spring-loaded saw blades, and I will go get one of the other simulacrums because we have one in hand. So I'll actually take both. I will actually take both. So our opponent is doing nothing. We will play the land. I know what we're getting. Our opponent doesn't, so we're good. Let's go with the other simulacrum. Do I want another land? Well, it's for more Evolved, so sure, I can take that. And I'll just pass turn for now. So for more Evolved, let's United Battlefront maybe. Should I attack first? Nah, I'm going to actually I'm going to Perilous Snare. I'm gonna take out the Healer's Hawk. I'm gonna make this as huge as possible, you know. I could have United Battlefront, but I want to keep the United Battlefront actually. You might have that exile card that I don't remember the name, but it costs a lot unless you're using it in a tapped attacking creature or something like that. So I guess I'll just pass turn. And we got the win. So I guess life gain isn't really a match for this deck. Again, Pinnacle Starcage, if you're playing tokens or small creatures, so life gain, token decks, very mono red aggro decks, sacrifice decks, they're not a match for Pinnacle Starcage. So we will take another win. That was fantastic. I don't know, man. Let's see what happens next. I kind of want to keep going. We'll see. So as you're gonna see, I've been playing a little bit offline since yesterday. Offline, well, without recording. I mean, since yesterday, because this deck is going completely crazy and I love it. Shady, very slow, but I'll keep because you know if we can hold on enough time, we'll have a lot of great stuff to do. So first, I'll surveil. Yeah, give me another one of those, sure. I will surveil again after. Okay, the rest. That's probably the synthesizer, I would say. I cannot really play the United Battlefront. So, okay, I'll take that. Let's hope for an untapped land. Okay, I'll take that too. Depending on what happens, I might be forced to synthesizer next turn. Immediately, I was going to cryogen relic first, but you know that. Oh my god, really? That is amazing. Okay, so let's see. Our opponent knows we don't have untapped land, so that might work in our favor. That's beautiful. What a dumb decision. So I'm going to synthesizer immediately. We get another untapped land. Yeah, I'll take that. We're clearly playing against it's either mono black demons or discard or something like that. So if nothing happens, I might I will probably United Battlefront, but deep cavern bad. I'm sure the United Battlefront will be leaving my hand, but at the same time, Perilous Snare. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. So let us United Battlefront and see what we get. That's terrible, but we'll take it. Terrible in a sense, but we'll take it either way. You know, we get 3 cards in hand. Our opponent knows what 2 of those are. We can play War Maker Gunship if... Okay, so it's a mono black demon deck. Expect. But so far, a lot of goddamn removal. I kinda don't want to discard the card. Well, I kinda want to discard the card now. I can go with that and discard the Cavern, maybe. Get a little bit more danger onto the battlefield, because this just deals damage, you know. Okay, I'll discard. It's not random, so I can choose what to discard. I'll discard the Cavern, and I will keep both in my hand in case our opponent just you know, tries something. I'll attack. So that is fine by me. I will just do this. There's no point actually in doing anything else. Let's see what our opponent does. Okay, so nothing there. Well, that's fine by me. That is fine by me. Let's get another simulacrum in there. 2 scries. 1 more huge creature. I don't think I want that. This one might be helpful actually, because if this is mono black demon, I can just take a creature from my opponent. I'll station and try and deal as much damage as possible, obviously. And depending on what happens, I might take with Foundry and pay the 2 life, just so that I can draw a card with Cryogen Relic if I want to. Because I think that's going to be important, you know, so it kind of makes sense, at least in my head. So we'll see what happens. Our opponent is, I'm going to assume, thinking about something. Right now the damage will be 11. It's not super crazy, but our board state kinda is. Our opponent started super strong, so he can't really complain. 2 duresses and a goddamn deep cavern bat. Jesus Christ, man. That's aggressive. Okay, so cue the elevator music and let's see what happens. Okay, I guess we're back. I'm going to attack with both. No reason not to. And like I said, I'm going to play that for 2 life and keep that one open. We might lose everything. We might win. I'm still on the fence about that. Mono black demons. I'm not gonna say it can easily deal with everything we have on the battlefield, but I'm fairly certain it has its ways of making our lives very difficult, you know. I don't know if with 5 mana it can put enough pressure on the board to scare us, but I'm pretty sure it can make our lives difficult. But I think our opponent just left, so again, cue the elevator music. Okay, so I'm going to do this, sacrifice it, submit 0, just going to draw a card. Let's get some options in here. Now I'm just going to attack because there's really nothing I can go get. For 5, return artifact, 2 artifact or enchantment cards, so I can go get those 2, but I think our opponent just left. I'm going to stop talking now. And we got the win. Could have been much quicker, but our opponent just left. As you can see, we're up a tier from yesterday. I started the day with like 5 games and 4 losses or something, but then we went on a winning streak and we got the rank up. Beautiful, you know. This deck is amazing. I think I've shown that. I think that the decks I've tried, and you saw the landfall deck before, this one is the best deck I've tried so far in the new current meta, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in the final thoughts. So let's get into it. So final thoughts, everyone. Fantastic. This is by far my favorite deck. I'm gonna keep playing with it, trying to get up a couple more tiers, you know. I'll let you know probably during the intro or in the thumbnail or in the title or description or whatever. Go look for it. I will let you know the win rate, but it's high. It's 65% plus, I'm sure. It should be closer to 70% at this point in time, but yeah, fantastic. The new cards from Edge of Eternities really made this deck better, in my opinion. This deck was already fantastic. We all knew that, but the new cards, Pinnacle Starcage is an absolute beast. Warmaker Gunship is also very, very, very good. The new lands that station and do stuff with them, fantastic. I just have one of each because I think it's more than enough. This Caveron is here more so to be another red source, so you might want to take this one out, maybe add another Enigma Jewel. I didn't have one, so 2 would be good because they go perfectly with cards like Repurposing Bay, for example. Basically, you don't spend mana, you just go with the Enigma Jewel and that's it. The Fire Crystal is not from Edge of Eternities, but it's also fantastic. A fantastic card here. Like, if you have, let's say, you take out a token with Perilous Snare, right? Just sits on the battlefield doing nothing. You repurposing by the Perilous Snare, you only have one thing that costs 4, so you go get the Fire Crystal, you create 2 or 3 tokens with the Simulacrum Synthesizer. They're like 11/11s, 10/10s, whatever. It's a 1-turn kill. So that's it. That's basically it. But these cards really added a lot of quality. You have a lot of card draw with Cryogen Relic. I always say this name wrong, but you have a lot of card draw. This offers a little bit more of protection against your opponent's creatures. and against, for example, your Pinnacle Star Cage, because the Pinnacle Star Cage will exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less, you know, until this artifact leaves the battlefield, blah, blah, whatever. If you play, let's say, a Perilous Snare, a Repurposing Bay, a Simulacrum Synthesizer, a Fire Crystal, or a Warmaker Gunship, or even the Pinnacle Star Cage, and then you attach the Artifactlight Containment into one of those, then when you play a Pinnacle Star Cage, for example, you wipe the board, usually, and this doesn't leave. So your opponent creature will still stay exiled. So fantastic. The deck synergizes perfectly. I don't know what I would change. Authority of the Councils and the Enigma Jewels, we have very few of both. I think they work fantastically. Maybe I will try and add one more Enigma Jewel, but I think both serve their purpose perfect. Can't really complain about that. Dagia lets you copy artifact. Uthros lets you add a bunch of mana, and Caveron lets you sacrifice lands to get creatures that might be, you know, blockers and stuff like that. So we have a lot of stuff happening. Everything works perfectly well. Can't complain about anything about this deck, honestly. Warmaker Gunship is also very good. It's a very balanced card. It attacks and defends at the same time, in the sense that it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature an opponent controls, but you can crew it for 6 with the Synthesizer. You do that with just 1 token, and it also attacks for 4 in the air, which is fantastic. With that being said, final thoughts, very long, that's not very usual, but with that being said, this was the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm very sorry, my schedules and posting and stuff, it's not been the best. I'm trying. These last 2 weeks have been really difficult for me in my head. My head's not been in the best space, but I'm really trying, and I think you're really gonna like this deck. Try it out. Let me know in the comments if it works for you. Let me know what changes you made, if any, and yeah, if you liked the video, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It helps out the channel a ton. We are on 275 subs, 25 away from our 300 sub goal. When we hit 500, I will do a small giveaway, but that, you know, I still think we can hit it this year, but it's far from now. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.